Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. So we're gonna do, why did I feel the need to rub my nose right at this minute? Sorry, just fluffing my nose. We're gonna do a bit of an eye makeup look. I always call it a look, not a tutorial, because I don't feel I'm professional enough to call it a tutorial. I'm just a makeup whore. But I did this look a little while ago. I think it was like last week or the week before, and I posted a picture on my social media, and a couple of people were kind of interested in the products that I used and all that. So I thought, I haven't done like an eye look in a little while, so I thought I would recreate it in video form. So the main things I used will be, no surprise, yes, I used my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I haven't stopped talking about this, but this is the palette I used, so I have to use the same one. And then we have one of the Stila Magnificent Metals over top. And it's really simple, but I think it's quite effective as well. So I thought I would recreate it. So if you want to see me create a bronzy, glittery eye look, just keep watching. So I already have a base on. I put my brows on. My brows are looking a bit better now, aren't they? They're definitely grown, so that's good. I also dyed my own hair because we're going on holidays in a few weeks, and I didn't want to splurge getting my hair done. So, and unfortunately at 32 I felt the need to dye my hair for the first time ever in my life. I felt like I needed to, because there was little grey hairs poking out of my roots and it upset me, so I had to get rid of them. But so I dyed brown. I used an Olea dye all over, and then I went in, you can see the ends, with the L'Oreal, like the ombre kit thing. It's just like dye and you kind of comb it in, so I kind of lightened up the ends. And I think I'm pretty happy with it. But anyway, that's not what you came here for, so I should have talking about that. I'm going to go on to eyes. I have primed and set them, but I'm just going to go over. This is probably my favourite all over the lid shade. It's Ounce, and it's kind of satin finish, so I can use it up to the brow bone, and it gives a bit of a highlight as well. So that's mainly why I want to use this. But just in case, because I done my base a little while ago, so just in case there's any kind of oils coming through. And then using the same brush, this is a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. I'm going to take Chaser, which is the second shade in the palette, and just kind of messily throw this into my crease. It just gives me a little bit of a shadow to work with, because I don't really have one. You don't generally see this when I'm kind of finished, but makes me feel better, so I do it anyway. I just realised I have a radiator beside me and the fucking heating is on, so I am sweltered. Anyway, I'll take a blending brush and I'm going to go in with, I think I'll go in with Sauce 4, so I'm kind of going into the colours. I like taking a colour like 4-second third, so I'm going into the third shade, and on the tip of that brush I'm going to go into the crease. And I like to kind of, like, these shadows blend like a feckin' dream, so I kind of like to bring it down onto the lid a little bit as well. Honestly, if you have trouble with blending, I really recommend this palette. Like, if you like warm tones, obviously, because they are super easy to work with. Like, I'm done with that one now, and I'm going to go into Low Blow because we're going in sequence. And just put a little bit more of that in, just to kind of deepen everything up a tad. I just personally find it easier to kind of build up colour. Oh, don't poke yourself in the eye. Rather than going in full throttle. And it doesn't matter, like, I don't generally bother if it's messy or anything like that, because I will clean it up with concealer. And then I'm going to go in with Flat Brush. This is from Nima. And what did I take? I think I mixed Dirty Talk and Scorched. So these kind of reddy, shimmery shades. And I think, yeah, I just kind of went back and forth on both of them and just plopped it on my lid. I do have fallout, but they're quite soft shadows, so that's understandable. I'm not putting a huge amount of product on the lid because I am going to go over it with a bit of glitter. but this is just kind of a base colour, just in case kind of it peeks through. And then I'm going to go in with my big brush again and just blend that into the crease shades. I hate this eye. For some reason, just this corner of my left eye just never wants to blend properly. So for glitter, I'm going to use the Stila Magnificent Metals in Rose Gold Retro, which I'm sure if you know, if you own this, it tends to kind of flake off a little bit. It's a gorgeous colour, but it does tend to flake off because obviously it is a cream product, but the glitter can kind of fall down. So what I did was I put a bit of NYX glitter primer on first, and that just kind of helped it adhere to the lid. So I'm going to pop a little bit of that. This is just like a really sticky primer. I'm sure you could use it as an eyeshadow primer as well, but it doesn't really move the eyeshadow, which is good. So I'm just going to kind of pat that onto both lids, and that'll give the glitter a bit of a base. And I tend to let it dry for a couple of seconds. You can kind of feel it getting tacky on the eyelid, and then you know it's time to rock. And then I honestly just kind of slap this on. I start at the lash line because that's where I want the most product, and then I'll use my finger to pat it out so it kind of diffuses it as it goes up to the crease. And I'm just putting it all over the lid because I thought on this day, go big or go home. And if you want more sparkle, you can kind of just let that dry and go over top. So I didn't dip back into the into the product. I'm just using whatever is left on the applicator. I use it as I would like a glitter nail polish, because you know when you're using a glitter nail polish and you want the sparkle but you don't want the gloop of the nail polish, so you kind of just wipe it off and then like the sparkle left over on the brush. That's kind of my mentality with this as well. So I'm kind of just patting on the excess glitter. So I didn't go in with any like dark shadows or anything like that on the lid. I just kind of left it as it is now. I know I used an eyeliner on the top lash line. I can't remember which one it was, but I generally kind of keep the ones I use every day in a separate compartment. So I just kind of picked the one that was closest to me. It probably was this. It's a MAC Costa Riche, and I know I just lined the upper lash line. This is just more to make my lashes look a bit thicker, because they need all the help they can get. Although my lash lift still is going strong. So nothing fancy, just a line across the lash line. Put that back. And then I used my Lash Paradise mascara. If I didn't have a lash lift, I wouldn't find this as effective, but it's a great volumizing mascara. So because I don't need curl at the minute, I'm really liking it. It gives a nice bit of length as well, but the brush is bloody humongous. So of course at this point you can add lashes if you want. I didn't, so I won't now. But I did line my waterline with this that I keep calling Scorch, but it's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Torch. This is part of the Heat range as well. I've poured this out plenty of times as well, so I won't go into it too much. But it's a very unique colour, and I just thought it kind of fit in well. These last quite well on the waterline as well. Like, I'm not saying they last for the whole day, but what tends to happen is it kind of wears away on the sides and you still have a bit of colour in the middle. So for me, that's perfectly fine. I definitely need some concealer before we do onto the lower lash line. So I'm just using Tarte Shape Tape, because this has been my go-to of late. And then I'm just going to set my eyes quickly. I'm going to use the Ben Nye Cameo Powder, an oldie but a goodie. Messy as hell, but it's a nice powder. And then just under the lash line, on the lower lash line, I'm going to take Soft and Low Blow and apply a smidge. They're the ones I used in the crease. So I'm just going to apply them messily on the lower lash line. And then because I set under the eyes, I should be able to push away any fallout. And then just whack a bit of mascara on the lower lashes. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to take Ounce, which is the first colour we used, and a pencil brush, and just pop it in the inner tear duct, because that's what I do. And I feel like it brightens up my eyes, because I do tend to get a lot of darkness in there. And I do kind of tend to pack it on because it fades pretty quickly. I was going to say tends to, it fades quickly. And that's the eyes done. So I might as well kind of just finish off the face quickly. I'm going to set everything with my Isadora translucent powder. As you can see, it's well loved. Then for bronzer, I'm using Hula by Benefit. So I whack a load of it on my 5 head. Like, you can already see the colour coming back to my face. Well, adding to my face, so I don't really have colour in my face. For blush, I'm just going to use something really neutral. This is the Max Factor creme blush in what's called Nude Mauve. It's just kind of a, well, it's a nude mauve colour. I want a fairly shiny highlighter, I've decided. So I'm going to use Decay Sin. Gives a bit of glow. It's weird, I spend so much time taking the glow out of my skin and then I add it back in. On my lips, I'm going to use the combo I used in the picture. I'm going to use Essence Snob by Rimmel. I have about 5 of these. I love it. And well, yes, I am going over my lip line. But I definitely don't have symmetrical lips. And John told me he'd leave me if I got lip injections. Bastard. And then over top, this is my newest MAC lippy. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's MAC Syrup, which is a colour I probably have 75 colours in this shade. I never get tired of the scent of MAC lippies. And I will finish as I always finish with, I look like I'm doing something bold, I'm just shaking a bottle. A shed load of setting powder, or setting spray even. Oh, my hair is soaking now. Lovely. And then when this dries in, I will look like a normal person, I promise. And the makeup was done. Obviously, you saw me do it. I just turned the camera off for a minute and took the clips out of my hair. But yeah, that's my really simple, sparkly rose gold eye. And I think it's pretty effective. And there's a little bit of colour introduced with the, I can't find it, with the eyeliner as well, which I think is a bit fun. But yeah, we're going to a wedding at the end of this month, and I was just saying on Snapchat, I think I'm going to wear this because this is my second time creating it, and I really like it, and it's super simple and easy, and there's kind of no thought process involved. You just kind of have to smush a bit of glitter on the eyelid. But anyway, if you like this video, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I shall talk to you in my next one.